All right, so we're back for another deep dive. And this time we are going to be tackling all the buzz surrounding Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl LIX halftime show. We've got this article, it's called Super Bowl Halftime Show 2025. Everything to know about Kendrick Lamar's performance and special guests. And just from reading this thing, it's shaping up to be more than just a game. I mean, we're talking potential guest stars, surprises, and even a connection to, wait for it, Taylor Swift.
Oh, wow, that's a lot to unpack. The Super Bowl halftime show has really become this cultural phenomenon. It transcends sports. And with Lamar at the helm, it's going to be a statement.
Totally, especially coming off his, what was it, like 5 Grammy wins for Not Like Us. Do you remember that track?
Oh, yeah. I remember.
That one song and record of the year. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, he cleaned up.
And even Jay-Z called him a once-in-a-generation artist. But what's interesting to me about the song is that it isn't just a catchy tune. It actually dives into some, like, pretty deep themes, you know, like identity, self-worth, and navigating a world that often tells you you're not enough.
You're right. It's a powerful anthem for anyone who's ever felt like an outsider.
Yeah, and when you think about the Super Bowl stage, that massive platform, the global audience, I mean, the potential for Lamar to amplify that message, it's huge. I mean, it goes beyond just entertainment, right?
Absolutely. It becomes a statement about who we are,
how
we see ourselves, how we relate to each other.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit further. This isn't Lamar's first Super Bowl. Do you remember back in 2022?
Yeah, it was amazing.
He shared the stage with, who was it, like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige.
What a lineup.
Talk about a lineup. He performed M80 City and, all right. And those tracks really resonated with the kind of the energy of that performance, this like raw, unapologetic expression of his roots and experiences.
I think what was striking about that performance was how he commanded the stage, even alongside those iconic figures. His set list was really strategically crafted, too, starting with that hard-hitting M80 City and then transitioning into the more anthemic All Right. It created this emotional arc, a journey from struggle to resilience.
It's like he understands the power of storytelling through music, building anticipation, and then delivering a message that sticks with you. So fast forward to this year, and he's the headliner. I mean, the expectations are sky high. What do we know so far from the article?
Well, it confirms one very special guest, SCA.
SCA. Oh, that makes total sense. Their upcoming joint tour is generating massive buzz, and let's be real, Kill Bill is an anthem. It's raw, it's relatable, it's everything. Wouldn't it be epic if they performed that together at the Super Bowl?
Oh, can you imagine the energy? I think she's keeping the details under wraps, but even her deflecting comment about leaving the big reveals to Lamar adds to the excitement, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's all about the anticipation, the build-up. But let's be honest, the real fun is diving into the rumor mill.
Oh, absolutely. The speculation is running wild.
So what are we hearing?
We've got fan theories ranging from Lil Wayne and Doechii to, and this one's interesting, Timothée Chalamet.
Wait. Timothée Chalamet, the actor? You're kidding, right?
Nope, it's true. He actually interviewed Lamar for Apple Music recently and was promoting the Super Bowl show. And, get this, he plays guitar.
Oh, okay. So some people are thinking this could be more than just a promotional cameo.
Maybe.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Lamar is known for pushing creative boundaries and doing unexpected collaborations. Remember his work with Rihanna on Loyalty?
Oh, yeah, that was a game changer.
Right.
Completely unexpected.
Totally. And that's what makes this so captivating. You just never know what he's going to pull off.
Yeah, he's a master of surprise and spectacle.
But amidst all the speculation, one name keeps popping up. And it's not just from the music world. Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, hold on. Let's rewind for a second. I know Swift's going to be at the Super Bowl anyway to cheer for Travis Kelce. But what's the connection to Lamar? Fill me in.
Well, there's a multi-layered history there. Remember the 2015 Bad Blood music video?
Oh, yeah. How could I forget?
Lamar featured in it. Yeah. And it became this pop culture phenomenon. And get this, Swift recently re-recorded the song for her 1989 Taylor's Version album. So it's fresh in everyone's mind.
Oh, that's right. That video was huge, this whole girl power anthem. And Lamar's verse added this unexpected edge. So is that it? Just a shared history?
Not quite. It gets even juicier. There's this whole ongoing feud between Lamar and Drake. You might recall Drake referencing Swift in some diss tracks aimed at Lamar. And some believe Lamar's 6.16 in LA was a response. And get this, it was produced by Jack Antonoff, Swift's longtime collaborator.
Whoa, hold up. It's like a real-life soap opera? Feuds, diss tracks, and secret collaborations. So where does Swift fit into all of this?
Well, there's that viral moment of her dancing to Not Like Us at the Grammys, which further connects her to Lamar's recent success.
Oh, I saw that. It was all over social media. She looked genuinely thrilled. So now fans are connecting the dots. Could Lamar drop his Bad Blood verse during the show? Or even bring Swift out as a surprise guest? Can you imagine the crowd going wild?
Oh, it'd be a moment for the ages.
It would be insane.
But hold on, let's not get ahead of ourselves. The article mentions Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback. He seemingly downplayed a Swift appearance. He said it would be hard for her to do the halftime show while also supporting Kelce.
So he's throwing a bit of cold water on the whole thing. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But even if Swift doesn't make a grand entrance, a Bad Blood reference would still be a clever nod to their history, right? Little Easter egg for those in the know.
Absolutely. It would be a subtle way of acknowledging the swirling rumors and fan theories, adding another layer of intrigue to the performance.
Exactly. But let's not forget, there's a lot more to unpack here. We've gotten caught up in the guest star speculation, but Lamar's artistry goes beyond collaborations and surprises.
For sure. He's got a lot to say.
I mean, his music often tackles, complex social and political issues, and those themes could easily take center stage at the Super Bowl.
Oh, totally. The Super Bowl halftime show isn't just any stage. It's arguably one of the biggest platforms in the world.
Millions of people tune in.
Millions. And not just football fans. We're talking a global audience.
So it's a chance to reach people who might not typically engage with Lamar's music or his message.
Right, exactly.
So it's like this cultural crossroads, sports, music, entertainment, all colliding. Given that context, what message do you think he might choose to convey?
Well, that's the million-dollar question. Think about it. We're talking about a sporting event that's deeply ingrained in American culture with a massive global viewership. He could use this platform to address issues of racial justice, inequality, or even the political divisions we've seen lately. It would be a powerful statement, especially given the current social climate.
Oh, it would definitely get people talking. He's not one to shy away from challenging the status quo, is he? I mean, it became an anthem for the Black Lives Matter movement. And then there's his 2016 Grammy performance of The Black or the Berry, which was just so raw and powerful. I mean, you could feel the intensity, the urgency in his voice.
Right. It was a searing indictment of racial injustice.
Yeah.
And that performance, I mean, it transcended entertainment. It sparked a conversation. It challenged people to confront some uncomfortable truths. Imagine him bringing that same energy, that same social commentary to the Super Bowl stage.
Whoa, can you picture it? I mean, that would be a game changer. A moment that would resonate far beyond the game itself. Maybe even spark some, meaningful dialogue. But then again, he could also go in a completely different direction, couldn't he?
Oh, he could.
What about a message of unity? A message of hope? I mean, after all, the Super Bowl is often seen as a time for people to come together.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's a time to celebrate shared passions.
Yeah.
To put aside our differences for a few hours and just enjoy the spectacle. And, I mean, let's be real. After the past few years, which have been pretty divisive, maybe a message of unity is exactly what people need.
It's like a reset button, a chance to step back from the noise and remember what unites us. And let's be honest, Lamar's music is full of messages about resilience, hope, and overcoming adversity. Like, all right isn't just about struggle, it's also about perseverance, finding strength even in the darkest moments.
Precisely. It's about that unwavering belief that things can get better,
Yeah.
that we can rise above the challenges.
So we've got these two compelling possibilities, a powerful statement on social justice or a message of unity and hope. Do you think it has to be one or the other? Could he maybe weave those two elements together?
Well, I mean, that's the beauty of his artistry. He can be both thought-provoking and unifying, challenging us to think critically while also reminding us of our shared humanity.
Right. He's making us think without hitting us over the head with it. He's letting the music speak for itself. And that's what makes this whole deep dive so exciting. It's not just about a halftime show. It's about exploring the potential impact of art on a massive scale.
It really is. It's about how music can transcend entertainment, spark conversations, and maybe even inspire change. And when you have an artist like Lamar, who's willing to push boundaries, take risks, and use his platform to address these important issues, well, that's when things get really interesting.
It's a chance to reflect, to connect, and to be inspired, all through the power of music. Okay, I have to bring it up again, even though we know it's all speculation at this point.
Yeah.
What if, and I know we're going down the rabbit hole here, but what if Lamar decides to perform that Bad Blood verse?
Okay, let's entertain that thought for a moment. If he did, what kind of reaction do you think he'd get from the Super Bowl crowd?
That's the thing. It's such a mixed bag. You've got the diehard football fans who might not even know the song.
Yeah.
Then you've got the pop music fans who are all about Taylor Swift. And then the hip-hop heads who are there for Lamar. But then again, I mean, both artists have massive crossover appeal. So maybe it wouldn't be as divided as we think.
You've got a point there. And remember, the Super Bowl draws a diverse viewership. People from all walks of life, different backgrounds, different musical tastes. So a bad blood moment could resonate with a huge chunk of the audience. Plus, wouldn't it play into all the drama, the speculation, the intrigue that we've been discussing?
Totally. It would be this huge pop culture moment, a collision of worlds, and who knows, maybe, just maybe, it could even pave the way for a surprise Swift appearance.
I like where your head's at. But let's not forget what Mahomes said about it being hard for Swift to pull off both the halftime show and supporting Kelce.
True, but it's not impossible, right? And we know Lamar loves to surprise us. Imagine the internet exploding if Swift suddenly appeared on stage with him.
Okay, let's rein it in for a second. Realistically, even without a Swift cameo, a Bad Blood reference would still be a brilliant move. It would be a subtle nod to their shared history, a wink to the fans who have been dissecting every detail, every rumor.
Right. It's all about those little details, those Easter eggs that make you think, wait a minute, did that just happen? And that's what makes this whole lead up so much fun. We're trying to decode the clues, connect the dots, and anticipate the unexpected.
It's like we're all amateur sleuths trying to solve a cultural mystery.
And even after the performance, the conversation will continue.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll be dissecting the symbolism, the guest appearances, the overall message, and debating what it all means.
Right.
It's like Lamar is creating a cultural conversation through his music, inviting us to engage, to think critically, and to interpret his art in our own way. It's all about, the layers.
Right.
And that brings us back to the big question. What unexpected twists or guest appearances might Lamar have up his sleeve? We've explored the Taylor Swift angle, but could he bring out someone totally unexpected, like someone from outside the world of music?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time an artist used the Super Bowl stage to make a broader statement. Do you remember when Beyoncé brought out dancers dressed in Black Panther attire during her 2016 performance?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. It's a visual statement that went beyond just the music. It was about representation, using that platform to amplify a message. So could Lamar do something similar? Could he bring out, say, a social activist or even a politician?
He definitely could. I mean, his work has always transcended traditional boundaries. Think about his collaborations with, visual artists, poets, and even academics. He's not afraid to bring different voices into his creative process, to create a dialogue between art and the real world.
It would be a powerful way to connect with a broader audience, wouldn't it? Using the Super Bowl, this massive entertainment event, to spark conversations about important social issues.
Exactly. It would be a way to highlight the interconnectedness of art, social justice, and cultural change.
It could be a real game changer, a moment that transcends the entertainment and leaves a lasting impact.
Right, exactly.
It's like using the Super Bowl halftime show as a catalyst for something bigger, something that extends beyond the performance itself and into our everyday lives.
It's about making people think, making people feel, making people act.
And with an artist like Lamar, who's known for his thought-provoking lyrics and his willingness to address complex issues, I mean, the possibilities are endless. It's exciting to think about the potential impact he could have on such a massive stage.
Oh, for sure.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I think the main takeaway is this. Pay attention to the details. Look beyond the surface. There's always more to discover with Lamar. Those hidden messages, the symbolism, the connections that might not be immediately apparent.
Yeah, he's a master of layering meaning and creating experiences that stay with you long after the music stops. So, get ready to be surprised, to be challenged, and to be inspired. This Super Bowl halftime show is shaping up to be one for the books.
And we'll be back to unpack it all once the dust settles. We'll break down the performance, analyze the symbolism, and explore the broader cultural impact. But for now, the anticipation is killing me. What do you think Lamar's got planned? I guess we'll all have to tune in and find out. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the conversation going. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. I